Hi, my name's Andy. Welcome to my shop. Today I'd like to do a review of the MiterSet tool. This is, or MiterSet jig if you want to call it that. This is a tool that's used by wood turners to cut very accurate pieces on the table saw. And so when you do a segmented bowl, you end up making a bunch of stacked rings just like this of different widths, depending on sort of where it is within the particular bowl. And when you cut it by hand, not by hand, but you cut it on a with a the miter sled that's comes with your table saw, what you'll get, even if you try to do it very accurately, you'll get very small gaps here, which means that your angle is just a little bit off. And whether you have, like, this is a 12 piece segment. And there's a I think the angle is 15 degrees for that. But if your miter sled for your table saw is even just a little bit off, you're going to get these gaps. And so the MiterSet tool is meant to use the front face of your miter sled to actually set that angle correctly in relationship to the blade. So I have a brand new MiterSet tool, and I'm going to open it, and we're going to do it live, right? So I haven't tested it before, but we're going to see whether I, out of the box, can cut a 12 segment ring that fits perfectly. So what I've got is I've got a 1.5 inch piece of walnut that's S4S. It's cut square, and according to the particular bowl dimensions that I'm making, I need a 2.27 inch length to go around. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this off. I've got it offset by basically it's a 1 inch piece of aluminum foil here. And so I'm going to open up the MiterSet gauge. We're going to set it up here and then cut it. Now I will be cutting it without the dust fan on, just so it's a little more noise tolerable in here. But all right, well, let's open it up and see what it looks like. All right, so let's open up the package here. I'm just doing it live and see what we get and see what it looks like inside. So it comes in a box and a nice plastic case to protect it. Let's see. Protect it from me opening it, but and here you go. You get the instructions, which basically sort of tell you, what's in it, how to particularly use it, and then I don't know if you read this, but sort of here it talks about the different segments and the appropriate degrees that you would use. But so what we'll do is, to set this up, you put that comes with these 2 pins here that are specifically machined. You're going to put the pin in, depending on which way you want the angle, in the 0 mark here, and then also in the number of segments. So here I've got 12. 0 and 12. So 0 and 12, and then you basically, let's see if I can do this where you can see it. I know I've got the camera tilted incorrectly, but basically you're going to set it up, get this flush on the 0, on the 12, right? Hold that in real tight, and basically lock it down. So I know that the front of my miter sled here is set correctly at, let's see what the dimensions are, on 15 degrees. So let's go cut that piece of wood. live. I've got my piece, I've got it up flush against the board here. I know I've got full range of movement, nothing's going to hit. Basically what I'll end up doing after I straighten off the first piece is slide it up against here, cut it, and then to run through all 12 pieces. I will basically take a pen I should have done this ahead of time, but I'm going to take a pen so that I know what the top of the board is, because I'm going to end up flipping it. I'm going to put a line on the top, that way I know. So let's go ahead and line this up, and I'll basically cut, pull my sleeves up here, cut the first piece off so I get the right angle. So that's 12. I'm going to end up cutting one extra. That helps with the glue up to have one extra blank. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pieces. So one extra. What I will do with my pen, since I've got them in order here, I will mark them can't really see me doing that, but I'm basically writing the number on them that they came off in order to sort of preserve the grain direction. You know, basically I've got my line up here, which I know now is the upper side, right? And then I'm just going to write, let's see if you can see that, basically the number, this is the 7th piece, and I'll write that all the way up till my 13th piece. Alright, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, so let's put it together and see if it fits here. Alright, so this is a technique that I've seen a couple turners do, and I'm going to try it here for the first time. But to put the glue blocks, put them together, use a piece of blue tape. I do have a template that I can put it around and put rubber bands, but we're going to try the blue tape first and see how that works. I've seen Izzy Swan and a couple folks do that, so let's see if this works. So I've got here my 12 pieces lined up with, oops, let me fix that, let me get all the tops facing me. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so that's all 12 pieces. Let's just start down here with 12, and I'm going to put it up basically on the line of the blue tape, and basically come in with alright, so just rip it off and let's roll it up. See how we did. I'm going to get that piece of blue tape out of the way. Man, that is absolutely dead on perfect. I don't know if you can see that in the actual video. I'll get a close-up of it, but that is spot on, out of the box, as you've seen, perfect. Not a single gap in this at all. Let me bring the camera around so you can actually get a real close-up view and get an idea of it. Just one second. This thing to focus. But out of the box, there is not a gap at all. There's a little bit right there because I got the blue tape that's sticking right there. But it's just spot on perfect. So as you've seen, out of the box, MiterSet product works perfect.